Welcome back to Coin Cash King Information Channel, where ordinary coins turn into extraordinary treasures. Today you're going to discover 5 Australian 2-cent coins that could shock you right out of your seat. Some of those coins, if sitting unnoticed in your collection or pocket change, could be worthy. That's not a typo, and no, you don't need to be a millionaire to own one. You might already have it and not even know. We are about to uncover rare designs, mysterious mint errors, and stories that tie Australian history right into the palm of your hand. And trust me, every single coin we are about to explore hides a surprise that could leave you speechless. Now, before we jump into the first Australian 2-cent coin, 1977, take a moment to look at your change jar, your dresser drawer, even that old coffee can in the garage, because by the end of this video, you will be racing to check if your coin matches one of these rare, mind-blowing finds. Now, I am ready when you are. Go ahead and send me the first coin picture or details, and I will start crafting its story with all the drama, value, and excitement packed in. Now take a closer look at this coin. At first glance, it looks like any regular Australian coin. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and often overlooked treasures of Australian currency, the 1977 Australian 2-cent coin. Now, you might be wondering how a coin with such a small face value could possibly hold such incredible worth. But, as we will explore today, this little copper piece has made a massive impact in the world of numismatics. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or someone just starting out, this video is going to open your eyes to the hidden value and rising demand for this tiny but mighty coin. So stick around, you won't want to miss a second of this journey into one of Australia's top valuable vintage coins in today's market. The 2-cent coin was first introduced in Australia in 1966 as part of the country's transition to decimal currency. For over 2 decades, it was a common sight in the hands and pockets of Australians. However, by the early 1990s, the coin was withdrawn from circulation due to rising production costs and a shift towards rounding and cash transactions. The 1977 issue of the 2-cent coin stands out among these years, not just for its age, but for what it represents, a period in Australian history marked by growth, cultural evolution, and national identity. Minted by the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra, the coin carries with it the stories of a nation in transformation, making it not only a collector's item, but also a historical artifact. One of the most striking things about the 1977 Australian 2-cent coin is its design. On the obverse, you'll find the regal portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, beautifully sculpted by Arnold Machin. This was a period where the Queen's youthful image was still being featured on coins across the Commonwealth. Flip the coin over and you will discover the instantly recognizable image of the frilled neck lizard, a unique and iconic Australian reptile, brought to life by the talented designer Stuart Devlin. The lizard's frill is captured in mid-display, a defensive and dramatic posture that gives the coin both energy and character. The detailing of the artwork, especially in a very fine condition piece, is something to admire. The lines are crisp, the surfaces retain much of their original shine, and the textures really pop, making each coin a miniature masterpiece. What truly pushes the value of the 1977 Australia 2-cent coin is the growing rarity and condition sensitivity among collectors. While millions were originally minted, many have been lost, damaged, or spent into oblivion over the decades. Coins that remain in very fine condition or better are increasingly scarce. A VF condition coin retains most of its original detail, has only moderate wear, and exhibits strong eye appeal. This level of preservation is essential for serious collectors and investors who understand the importance of quality. As coin collecting becomes more global, and Australian coins gain greater recognition on international platforms, demand for well-preserved specimens of this vintage year is reaching impressive levels. Enthusiasts from around the world are actively hunting for this coin, especially as more people realize that coins from the 70s are now considered retro collectibles, adding to the buzz and desirability. Now let's talk numbers, the part you've all been waiting for. In today's action-packed collector market, a 1977 Australian 2-cent coin in very fine condition can command surprising value. While circulated pieces might not seem like much at first glance, a coin in very fine or higher condition has been known to fetch between $200 and $1,000 depending on factors such as luster, strike clarity, and overall appeal. Exceptional specimens, particularly those with unique toning or minor mint errors, can even go for higher prices in specialized auctions. As more collectors enter the market and the supply of quality coins continues to shrink, we are seeing a consistent upward trend in pricing. These coins are no longer pocket change. They are now appreciated assets with real investment potential. For those looking to add a 1977 Australia 2-cent coin to their collection, or perhaps discover one tucked away in an old coin jar, here are a few tips to maximize your success. First, always inspect the coin under proper lighting. You want to look for coins that retain sharp design features and minimal surface wear. A very fine coin will still show clear detail in the queen's hair and the lizard's frill, even if there's some light wear from circulation. If you're buying online, be sure to check the seller's reputation and ask for high-resolution images before making a purchase. Consider having your coin graded by a professional service, which can significantly increase its market value. Lastly, stay informed. Join coin forums, follow auction results, and watch out for trends because the value of this coin is climbing and the time to act is now. So, there you have it, the 1977 Australian 2-cent coin, a small piece of metal with massive collectible appeal. From its stunning design to its historical significance, from its rarity and fine conditions to its growing dollar value in today's collector market, this coin is more than just a nostalgic token. It's a hot item in high demand. Whether you're collecting for passion, profit, or both, the 1977 Australia 2-cent coin is one of those hidden gems that deserves a place in your collection. Don't underestimate the power of pocket change sometimes. The most valuable treasures come in the smallest forms. Make sure to like, subscribe. Next up, in Today, we're diving deep into one of the most exciting hidden gems in Australian numismatics, the highly sought-after 1972 Australian 2-cent coin. This isn't just another old coin sitting in your change jar. This is a piece of history with real value in today's collector market. In this video, we will explore what makes the 1972 Australia 2-cent coin so special, why collectors are scrambling to get their hands on it, and just how much it is worth right now in dollars. So stick around, because if you have got one of these coins in very fine condition, you could be holding on to a surprisingly valuable little piece of Australian history. Let's rewind a bit and talk about where the 2-cent coin fits in the timeline of Australia's currency. The Australian 2-cent coin was first introduced in 1966, when Australia switched from pounds and pence to decimal currency. It was part of the original decimal coin set and featured the iconic frill-necked lizard designed by Stuart Devlin, who was the official goldsmith and jeweler to the Queen. The coin was struck in bronze and circulated widely across the country. However, despite being a regular coin in most pockets back in the day, the 2-cent coin had a fairly short run. Production ceased in 1989, and it was officially withdrawn from circulation in 1992. That short lifespan, combined with year-specific mintage numbers, makes certain years incredibly desirable, and 1972 is one of those golden years for collectors. The 1972 Australian 2-cent coin is instantly recognizable by its stunning depiction of the frill-necked lizard, which remains one of the most beloved animal designs in Australian coinage history. The reverse side is detailed and artistic, showcasing the native wildlife that sets Australia apart. The obverse side features the classic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold Machin, used during that period and still admired for its elegance. What sets the 1972 coin apart from other years is not just its design, but its subtle characteristics that experienced collectors look for slight differences in dye variations, edge quality, and tone, which all contribute to the coin's allure in the numismatic world. Now here's where things really heat up. Although over 25 million 2-cent coins were minted in 1972, finding one today in very fine condition or better is not as easy as you might think. Most of these coins were heavily circulated, which means they have been worn down, scratched, or damaged over the decades. But coins that have survived in very fine or extra fine condition with strong detail, minimal wear, and a rich bronze luster are highly sought after. The combination of limited survival and top grades and growing interest from both domestic and international collectors has driven demand for these coins through the roof. It's no longer just about rarity, it's about condition, provenance, and presentation. If you're holding a 1972 Australia 2-cent coin in very fine condition, you're holding a treasure that thousands of collectors are eager to add to their collection. Let's talk numbers, because this is where it gets exciting. As of now, the market value of a 1972 Australian 2-cent coin in very fine condition is on the rise. In recent auctions and online marketplaces, these coins are fetching impressive prices. A coin in very fine condition can easily sell for $207,000 and sometimes even higher depending on the market and the seller's reputation. In extra fine or uncirculated condition, the value can soar up to $208,000 or more. Serious collectors are willing to pay premium prices for coins that are well preserved and have eye-catching patina or toning. And as more collectors enter the hobby and supply continues to shrink, these prices are only going in one direction, up. If you're a coin collector, whether you're just starting out or have been in the game for years, the 1972 Australia 2-cent coin is one you should absolutely have in your collection. Always check your old jars, drawers, and inherited coin boxes. You never know where a treasure might be hiding. When examining your coins, pay close attention to the details. Look for sharp edges, strong definition in the lizard's frill, and minimal surface damage. Avoid coins that are overly scratched, bent, or corroded. And remember, preservation is everything. If you have a good quality coin, store it in a protective holder, away from moisture and excessive handling. Also, buying from trusted dealers or reputable online marketplaces ensures you are getting an authentic piece. Consider getting your coin graded by a professional service if you believe it is in particularly high-grade condition that little investment can dramatically increase its market value. So there you have it. The 1972 Australian 2-cent coin isn't just a nostalgic relic from the past. It's a highly valuable, increasingly rare collector's item that is catching serious attention in the numismatic world. With its beautiful design, historical significance, and strong market demand, it is easy to see why collectors are hunting these coins down with passion. If you're lucky enough to own one in very fine condition, hold on to it, protect it, and know that you have a piece of Australia's monetary legacy and a growing asset in your hands. Next up, in Today, we have an incredibly exciting topic for all coin collectors and enthusiasts, the highly sought-after 1989 Australian 2-cent coin. This coin, especially in very fine condition, is creating a buzz in today's numismatic market. Whether you're just starting your coin collection journey or you're a seasoned collector, this coin is one you absolutely don't want to overlook. In this video, we're going to explore the fascinating history, unique features, and most importantly, the skyrocketing market value of this hidden gem. So grab your loupe, and let's explore why the 1989 Australia 2-cent coin is in such high demand. The Australian 2-cent coin was first introduced in 1966 as part of the decimalization of the currency, replacing the old pence and shilling system. It was minted for general circulation until 1989, which marked the end of its production for regular use. That makes the 1989 version the final year of its kind, a major reason why collectors are going wild over this piece. Although these coins were once used for everyday transactions, their production came to a halt due to rising costs of manufacturing and a shift towards more efficient coinage systems. Today, they serve as a nostalgic reminder of Australia's evolving monetary history. The 1989 issue is especially noteworthy, as it represents the end of an era and holds immense sentimental and historical value. What sets the 1989 Australian 2-cent coin apart is not just its final year status, but also its distinctive and beautiful design. The obverse features the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maklouf, which captures the regal elegance and dignity of Her Majesty. On the reverse side, you will find the frilled neck lizard, a striking representation of Australian wildlife designed by Stuart Devlin, the renowned artist responsible for many of the nation's coin motifs. The attention to detail in this coin's artwork is phenomenal, and in very fine condition, these details remain crisp and well-defined. The coin is made from bronze, giving it a warm, rich tone that adds to its visual appeal. Collectors absolutely love this coin, not just for its rarity, but for the sheer artistry and craftsmanship it represents. Now let's talk about why this coin is creating such a frenzy among collectors. The 1989 Australia 2-cent coin is considered rare because it was the final year of issue and was not minted in large numbers for circulation. Most of these coins were either pulled out of circulation quickly or have been lost to time. Finding one in very fine condition is even more rare, and this is where things get exciting. A coin in very fine condition retains most of its original details, with minimal wear and strong eye appeal. This level of preservation is incredibly difficult to come by for a coin that has been around for over 3 decades. It's this combination of rarity, condition, and historical significance that drives demand. Collectors across Australia and even internationally are actively searching for these coins to complete their sets or add a high-value piece to their portfolio. Let's get to what everyone's eager to hear. How much is the 1989 Australian 2-cent coin worth today in the collector's market? Well, depending on its condition, particularly if it is in very fine or better, the value can reach surprising heights. In today's action-packed collector's market, a 1989 Australia 2-cent coin in very fine condition can fetch anywhere from $215,000 or more, depending on the buyer's interest and the coin's quality. Coins that are professionally graded and certified can command even higher prices, especially during auctions or online sales where bidding wars can escalate quickly. The value is only increasing as more collectors become aware of this coin's importance. This isn't just pocket change anymore, it's a valuable asset in the numismatic world. If you're thinking about collecting or investing in the 1989 Australian 2-cent coin, here are some essential tips to make the most of this opportunity. First, always look for coins that are in the best condition possible. Very fine, extremely fine, or uncirculated coins are the most desirable. Inspect the coin carefully. Pay attention to the lizard design, the queen's portrait, and ensure there's minimal wear on the high points. Secondly, consider having your coin professionally graded. Certification adds credibility and can significantly boost its market value. Also, keep your coin in a protective case to maintain its condition. Lastly, stay informed. Join coin forums, follow auctions, and engage with the coin collecting community. This will help you spot good deals and stay ahead of market trends. The 1989 Australian 2-cent coin is far more than just a piece of bronze. It's a treasure trove of history, artistry, and value. As the last circulating year of this beloved coin, it holds a special place in the hearts of collectors and continues to grow in demand every year. Its rarity and very fine condition makes it a standout piece, and its current market value reflects just how coveted it has become. Whether you already own one or you're now inspired to hunt for one, the 1989 Australia 2-cent coin is a must-have for any serious collector. Don't miss out on the chance to own a part of Australia's rich numismatic legacy. Next up, in Today, we're diving into a truly fascinating piece that's turning heads in the collector community, the 1986 Australian 2-cent coin in fine condition. This coin may seem small in size and denomination, but its value today is far greater than what it shows on its face. If you have one of these coins lying around, or you are considering starting your own collection, you will definitely want to stick around. This coin is gaining serious attention in the current market, and by the end of this video, you will understand why it is not just any old copper piece. It is a hidden gem with real dollar value. Let's begin with a bit of history. The 2-cent coin was first introduced in Australia in 1966 as part of the country's transition to decimal currency. These coins were struck in bronze, featuring the iconic frill-necked lizard, a native and uniquely Australian creature. Designed by Stuart Devlin, this imagery quickly became one of the most beloved on Australian coins. By the mid-1980s, however, production of the 2-cent coin began to slow down, with the government planning a gradual phase out of low-denomination coins. The year 1986 marked a significant turning point. While other coins were struck in large numbers for circulation, no 2-cent coins were officially released for general circulation in 1986. Instead, these coins were minted exclusively for collector sets, making them extremely limited and desirable. What makes the 1986 Australia 2-cent coin so special isn't just its low mintage, it's the incredible craftsmanship, material quality, and the preservation of design that adds to its uniqueness. Minted in high-quality bronze, the coin features Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, designed by Raphael Maklouf, and the ever-detailed frill-necked lizard on the reverse. The detail in the scales, the posture of the lizard, and the overall finish make it an artistic masterpiece. Because it was never meant for circulation, most examples remain in fine to uncirculated condition, further boosting their appeal to serious collectors. The fine condition coins, while slightly worn, still hold excellent clarity and retain much of the original brilliance, making them incredibly collectible. Here's where the story gets really exciting. The 1986 Australia 2-cent coin is highly sought after precisely because of its rarity. With only a limited number produced and never distributed for everyday use, these coins remain elusive to the general public. Collectors who focus on completing full decimal sets from 1966 to 1991 consider this coin an essential and often the missing piece of the puzzle. The fact that these coins were only found in mint sets adds an extra layer of scarcity, since many of those sets have been broken up or lost over time. Even a coin in fine condition which shows minimal handling and retains sharp details is incredibly difficult to come by in today's market. Demand for these coins has been steadily increasing, with collectors and investors realizing that these niche pieces offer both historical value and financial growth. Let's talk numbers, and this is where it gets really interesting. While the face value is a mere 2 cents, the market price for a 1986 Australia 2-cent coin in fine condition can range anywhere from $210,000 or more, depending on the current demand and the condition of the specific coin. Some examples in near uncirculated grades can even reach higher prices, especially if they come with provenance or in original packaging. Auction sites and numismatic markets are seeing a rise in interest and bidding wars for these coins, a strong indicator that their value is only heading upwards. For what was once a tiny pocket change, the 1986 Australia 2-cent coin has turned into a true collector's asset, one that can sit proudly in any valuable collection. If you're a collector or someone interested in investing in rare coins, now's the time to act strategically. Always verify the authenticity of your 1986 Australia 2-cent coin, especially if you're purchasing it from a third party. Look for coins in original mint sets or those that have been stored in protective capsules to ensure quality preservation. Consider getting the coin graded professionally. If you believe it is in exceptional condition, a higher grade can significantly raise its market value. Keep an eye on auctions, collector forums, and reputable numismatic dealers who specialize in Australian coins. As with any valuable collectible, proper storage and documentation are essential to maintaining and increasing the coin's value over time. In conclusion, the 1986 Australian 2-cent coin is far more than a relic of the past. It's a genuine treasure in today's collector world. With its rare status, historical relevance, and increasing demand, it holds a firm place among the most valuable and sought-after coins in the Australian decimal series. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a casual enthusiast, this coin is a must-have that offers both emotional and financial reward. So take a closer look at your coin collection, check your mint sets, or start hunting today. You might just be holding on to something far more valuable than you thought. Next up, in Today, we're diving deep into the world of numismatics to uncover the incredible story behind one of Australia's small, yet surprisingly valuable coins, the 1982 Australian 2-cent piece. That's right, a coin that most people overlooked for decades is now making serious waves in the collector's market. This isn't just a rusty old copper coin, it's becoming a true gem for collectors, especially in fine condition. So if you have got one tucked away in a drawer or inherited from a family member, you might be holding on to something worth a lot more than just 2 cents. Let's explore why. To truly understand the value of the 1982 Australia 2-cent coin, we need to take a step back in time. The Australian 2-cent coin was first introduced in 1966 when decimal currency was adopted. It featured a beautiful and intricate design of the frill-necked lizard, a symbol of Australia's unique wildlife, created by artist Stuart Devlin. These coins were made from bronze, giving them a distinctive reddish-brown hue. They remained in production for circulation until 1989, but not all mint years were created equal. The year 1982, in particular, saw large production numbers, but very few coins from that year have survived in pristine or even fine condition today. That makes 1982 a standout year for collectors. What makes the 1982 Australia 2-cent coin so appealing to collectors isn't just its history, it's the fine details and the quality of the design that have stood the test of time. The frill-necked lizard design on the reverse side is a stunning representation of Australian wildlife. It's bold, detailed, and artistically striking. The obverse features the classic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold Machin, a portrait used from 1966 until 1984. That combination of classic British monarchy imagery and uniquely Australian fauna creates a coin that is both culturally significant and artistically impressive. Coins from 1982 in fine condition often have a rich color and a strong strike, making them even more desirable among enthusiasts. Now, here's where things get exciting. While millions of these coins were produced, finding one from 1982 in fine or better condition is surprisingly rare. Most of these coins were heavily circulated, meaning they suffered wear and tear that stripped away the finer details. But when collectors stumble upon a well-preserved specimen, especially one with minimal surface damage, clear definition, and a strong patina, it becomes a high-demand item. Coin collecting is all about scarcity and condition, and this coin hits both of those marks. Collectors worldwide are searching for 1982 Australia 2-cent coins that meet high grading standards. And as the number of such coins continues to dwindle, demand is only increasing. So, what kind of value are we talking about today? Depending on the condition, the year 1982 Australia 2-cent coin can fetch anywhere from $280,000 or more in the collector's market. Yes, that's right, up to $250,000 for a coin that was once just pocket change. In uncirculated or fine condition, especially with original luster and minimal wear, prices can go even higher in private sales or online auctions. Rare versions with minting errors or die cracks can command even more. The coin has been steadily increasing in value over recent years, making it not just a piece of history, but a smart investment. More and more collectors are recognizing the rising worth of these coins, so the market continues to heat up. If you're a collector or thinking about starting your journey, the 1982 Australian 2-cent coin is an excellent place to begin or expand your collection. First, look for coins that have been kept in albums, holders, or coin sleeves to minimize damage. If you have a metal detector or access to old family coin jars, now's the time to start searching. Also, familiarize yourself with coin grading terms fine, very fine, and uncirculated are key categories that will help you identify value. Joining coin collector communities and checking out trusted online auction sites can give you a good idea of what collectors are currently paying. And always handle your coins carefully. Use cotton gloves if you can to maintain their condition. So there you have it. The 1982 Australian 2-cent coin may seem small and ordinary at first glance, but its true value lies in its history, design, rarity, and growing demand. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this is one coin that deserves your attention. With values climbing and collector interest at an all-time high, now is the perfect time to check your coin stash and see if you have got one of these hidden gems. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a video about rare and valuable coins.